All right, guys, it is fall, and we are going to continue on with some of our fall harvest, and we've got some Granny Smith apples. And today, we're going to do a galette, which is basically a free-form pie. So I've got some pie dough in the fridge chilling from a previous demo that I did, but we're going to break down these apples and make a galette. So I have 4. I don't know that I'm going to need 4. I'm going to start with 3. I think 3 will probably be sufficient. But in our knife skills, we always talk about the first cut, and that's going to be our stabilization cut. You can actually, if you don't want to use a knife, you can use a vegetable peeler and do this. I don't use a vegetable peeler. I just use my knife and I just carve around the outside just rather than the skin. But you can use a paring knife or a veggie peeler, or you can just do this here. I feel like it's pretty efficient. I don't really like to use a veggie peeler on the apples. I feel like it takes forever. So whatever, do whatever makes you comfortable. But we're just going right under the skin, and then that goes into our scrap, and then just a little piece here. You definitely want to peel this. I've had people that have made these before, and they leave the peel on the apple, and I just don't like baked apple peel. So do what makes you happy though. All right, so I'm going to cut through this apple, just remove the core. Again, the category here is going to be a palm because we've got a core with multiple seeds around it versus a drupe, which is just a single pit. And I'm using it's my knife, but I'm cutting this into planks. I know some folks, when they do like apple pies or whatever, they like to cube up the apples for the filling. But this is going to be a little bit of a different scenario because this doesn't have a top crust on it. So we're going to do our, well, you'll see. So we're just going to keep peeling these apples or breaking these apples down. So our apples are all broken down into these little planks here. And then we have all of our scrap. And I know some of you guys like the peel or the skin, so you know, you can dry those or whatever, throw them in the compost or feed them to your lizard. I don't know if lizards eat these or not, but I know 9-year-olds do, so Cameron's gonna power through these. All right guys, we're gonna get cleaned up, reset, and we'll be right back. All right. We are all cleaned up, measured, ready to roll. So we're going to make our filling now. We've got our apples sliced, peeled, and trimmed up. And as far as what's going to go into this, salt, cornstarch, lemon juice, brown sugar, and then I have some almonds that I'm going to crush up to put on the base. If you're doing berries, I would use white sugar versus brown sugar. So just think about the product. You don't really want to add the brown sugar into the berries. So anyhow, we're just going to put it all in our apples. So I've got my brown sugar, my lemon juice, cornstarch. And what's the purpose of the cornstarch? It's going to thicken this all up. It's our natural thickener. So at this point, you can use a spoon or tongs or whatever. I have a box of little food grade gloves. I got these at Cash and Carry. So I keep these in my kitchen just because honestly the best tool in the kitchen is your hands. There's all these gadgets and equipment and things like that, but sometimes just being able to grab a hold of the food and mix it is the easiest way. You don't have to wear gloves, You can just use your, clean, bare hands. But I don't like to get the sticky sugar and everything all over me. So do what you see, whatever you feel is best. All right. So we're going to give these a quick mix. Make sure that you have all the little chunks of brown sugar equally distributed amongst all the apples. And these are going to the apples are going to start to release some of their juice. I usually will let this sit for just a minute or two, and then we'll continue. So, I have my food processor here, because power tools in the kitchen is always more fun. So anyhow, if you have one of these, I always have folks that have some trouble. This has a little safety switch. There's a little button right here in the back, so you got to make sure you align this correctly, otherwise this won't turn on. There's also a switch on the top where this has to align before that'll turn on, okay? So make sure if you have a food processor at home, regardless of the brand, it should have some sort of safety switches. So we're just gonna throw our almonds in here and then click this in, and then you have a pulse button where you can just do that really quick, or you can just turn it on. Perfect. All right. So we'll get rid of that lid, and then you can see our almonds. Actually, I'll put it in this bowl right here. So now our slivered almonds are more of a breadcrumb sort of texture. All right. So we've got that. I'm gonna get my pie dough out and get that rolled out, and then we'll start building this bad boy. All right, we are back. I have my pie dough rolled out, although I'm not good at rolling circles, so this one actually turned out pretty well. But you can see in some of my other videos how my pie dough might look more like an egg shape. But anyhow, we got this one rolled out and ready to go. I had some trouble also in my pizza video. I don't know if you saw that one or not, but anyhow, we're gonna bake this instead of in a pie pan. We're gonna bake this on a sheet pan. So I have my sheet pan here with a little bit of parchment on it, and I'm gonna put this on here. You don't wanna build this and then have to transfer it. So transfer it first. I need to get this straightened out here. And you can make these much smaller. If you don't want to have one large galette, you can make a bunch of little ones. Usually when we're in class, we make like 4 small ones. So we're going to start with some of our crumbs here. Whatever you feel is sufficient. And then you're going to want to leave a border around the outside, because that's what's going to fold back over, okay? And then I need to get a little thing of, actually I'm going to take a little more of these. I need a little thing of water. A little bit of water, and then you can take these apples and just pile them on, or you can arrange them in a cute little pattern, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to actually I'm going to take some time and do a cute little pattern. Okay, so I have my galette all layered up here. You guys can see how that looks. So we've got just rows. Then what I'm going to do is I have my water here. So I'm just going to fold over a little bit of this, make a little crease here, and then I'm going to fold this and make a little crease, and then I'm going to fold this and just keep doing that all the way around here, and keep this compact. The apples are going to try to slide a little bit. If they do, you can just push them back over. and I just give it a little press there. And then we're gonna take, let's see, I have some of these actual almonds, just the whole almonds, since we already have a base of them. And I'm just gonna put some of these on top. Those will be great. Okay, and then this is gonna go in the oven. I'm gonna egg wash it though really quickly. Got one egg, and then just about a tablespoon of water, which I had water here, but I could have used it. I didn't. Okay, and then we'll just beat this egg up. Scarlett is our official egg washer. I don't know if you guys seen her in our other, what was it? Oh, the little Danish, when we did the Danish. She did the egg wash, but she put so much, so much egg wash, it was like we made an omelet. So I got my little pastry brush. We're gonna hit the outside crust, or brush the outside crust with a little bit of egg wash. I got a weird fold there. Okay. And this egg wash is going to help in the browning. And then also if you're adding like sugar or anything like that to it, which I think I have some. I need to find it in my baking drawer. I think I'm going to throw them on here. I got some good big sugar crystals. So I'm going to sprinkle those around the outside, and then we'll get this in the oven. And this is going to go in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. So we're gonna throw this in the oven, let this get baked, and we'll keep an eye on it. And then when we're done, we'll pull this guy out and give you a little peek. Hey, I found my sugar sprinkles. These were actually left over from, I think from Scarlett's birthday. We did cupcakes, and these were the leftover decorations from that. So we're just gonna, I don't want to open the whole, I don't want to go spilling everywhere. So these are just the nice big sugar sprinkles. We got our egg wash, and then we're just gonna dust the outside of this. Sprinkle. And I'm not right on top of it because it'll be more concentrated if you do that. I'm dropping it from a couple inches up, and the reason why is because when you drop it from up above, as they fall, they'll spread out a little bit, and it'll look a little more uniform. So that's our deal here. All right. Now we'll get this in the oven for about, what did I say? Time. 25 to 30 minutes. We're gonna put it in and check it at 20, and then we'll reassess. All right, our oven just dinged. That means that our apple galette is done. But real quick, before we pull that out, one thing I failed to mention earlier, I use the Granny Smith because those are sour tart apple, which I feel is a better product to use when you're doing a pie or a tart or something like that. So just add that into your memory, back it up, add it in. But let's get this tart out and take a look, or this galette, and see how this guy looks. And it looks great. I also did add a little bit of the syrup. You guys noticed when I was putting this together, I had a bit of apples left in my bowl. So I used the remainder of the apple crust, and I actually made a second one that I'll give to the neighbors. So I've got a second little tart here that we'll give to the neighbors. So hopefully they appreciate that. But that's got a few minutes to go. But there was some juice at the bottom of the bowl that we mixed with the cornstarch and all that. So I made sure to drizzle a little of that over the top of this and put the rest in that one. And then once this cools down, what we'll do is we'll drizzle this with a little bit of caramel, and then we'll just cut it into wedges like a pizza, and we'll be all set. Hope you guys enjoy. Take care, and we'll see you next time.